It began for me by accident.
Graham Hancock is a respected journalist and a best-selling author. As a correspondent for The Economist, he was assigned to the region of East Africa where his work regularly took him to Ethiopia. There he stumbled on a legend that would forever change his life.
And I started hearing stories about a tradition concerning the Ark of the Covenant. And my curiosity was provoked, and I started to investigate the subject. And this investigation just drew me on over the years into a total absorption with a single question: does Ethiopia have the Ark of the Covenant?
He documented his findings in his best-selling book, The Sign and the Seal.
I got a copy of The Sign and the Seal by Graham Hancock, and it presented a very unique theory. And as I researched this book, I saw that it pointed to Ethiopia as a very strong candidate.
Bob Cornuke is the president of the Bible Archaeology Search and Exploration Institute. His mission is to investigate archaeological discoveries and sites around the world that confirm and support the claims of the Bible. His work on the location of the real Mount Sinai grabbed the interest of scholars and made news headlines worldwide. So when Cornuke heard of the possibility that the Ark could still exist today, he couldn't dismiss it.
So I had to go search for this object. I assembled a team, we went to Ethiopia, and we searched for the mysterious Ark of the Covenant.
Our search begins on the other side of the world, in Ethiopia. Set in the mountainous region of the continent lies the oldest Christian nation in Africa. Isolated in its highlands sits the remote, dusty village of Axum. This village has remained virtually untouched by the outside world for thousands of years, and its people are gracious and hospitable. Theirs is a village much like any of the others in this part of Africa, except for one thing. They believe that they possess the most holy relic on earth, the Ark of the Covenant.
This village is very remote, it's very archaic, and it's like going back thousands of years in time.
Scholars in general, biblical scholars, historians, academics, don't feel that there's any merit to the Ethiopian claim. I should add that this is largely people who've never been to Ethiopia themselves and really have no idea what the claim is based on, but there's just a feeling on the part of academics that such an important object as the Ark of the Covenant couldn't possibly have found its way to this remote corner of Africa.
Those that would doubt the theory of the Ark of the Covenant in Ethiopia have not been in Ethiopia and seen the people worship this object. They are committed. There's over 50 million people that believe that the Ark of the Covenant is there. This isn't just some loose legend that just sprung or came about. I think it has to have some basis in history, because these people have a firm belief that the Ark of the Covenant is there.
But why do these villagers believe this? Is it only myth, or is there any truth to their claim? Their legends speak of one of their most famous rulers, the Queen of Sheba, whose beauty captured the heart of the Israelite King Solomon himself. They had a son named Menelik, who, according to their tradition, stole the ark and returned it as a gift to his mother in Axum.
There's huge problems with this tradition, one of the biggest being that the city of Axum did not exist in the time of Solomon. It did not exist. The archaeology of the site is very, very clear. It's a city that started to be built up from about the 2nd century before Christ, certainly not in the 10th century before Christ. And it was natural of academics to dismiss this story.
But the people of Ethiopia don't dismiss it. In fact, they not only believe the Ark rests there today, but they honor its sacred demands and give their lives in serving this holy object. This entire culture reveres its power and its worship is central to their faith.
They worship daily. They migrate from miles around and come every day to this temple, and they give their lives in worship to what they believe to be the Ark of the Covenant. I could see the people wrapped in their white robes, journeying and migrating to the chapel of St. Mary's of Zion, where they would worship. They follow a very old style of Orthodox Christianity.
This strange country, the highlands of